Welcome to BDSM United. We've been talking about a lot of different fetish fluids, and an often overlooked fetish fluid is breast milk. Lactation fetish is where an individual is sexually aroused by drinking breast milk, watching a woman lactate, or having sex with a lactating woman. The sexual fetish can be enhanced by pregnancy, but many individuals also enjoy post pregnancy lactation since there is more breast milk and lactation during this period. Those who have lactation fetishes sometimes partake in an adult nursing relationship where an adult individual breastfeeds. The woman's breasts and nipples are highly erogenous zones and have been extremely sexualized in our society. Since many people are breastfed as babies, the lactation fetish is often linked to the type of age play called infantilism. I'm Primal Piggy. You can find me on Facebook at The Primal Piggy, all one word, or at a rather large Facebook page called Whips, Chains, and Duct Tape, about 120,000 followers, at WCDT BDSM, or on the web at www.bdsmunited.com. So, breast milk is no ordinary food. Breast milk is made up of millions of live cells, more than 1,000 proteins and amino acids. It also contains over 200 complex sugars with a really long name that I probably can't pronounce. It's oligosaccharides. We'll just call them good bacteria and lots of hormones. The exact composition of breast milk can change from day to day and feed to feed depending on the diet of the woman involved. And the fat consumption composition gradually increases due to the mechanics of milk moving through the breast. Let's look at four kinds of adult milking fetish practices. Number one, adult nursing relationships. ANR is a relationship between two consenting adults that involves one partner suckling another partner's breast for pleasure. Couples who are involved in ANR often start them on the heels of weaning a child, either as a way to increase intimacy or for more practical purposes. ANR may be part of a caregiver little relationship dynamic, such as like a mommy baby boy or a mommy little girl, and or an element of age play. Number two, pumping. Some women prefer to experience the pleasure of producing milk on their own by way of pumping. They might even continue pumping well beyond the point at which their baby has been weaned because it makes them feel more feminine or they just enjoy the process. A woman may choose to bring her partner in on the action either as an observer or as an active participant. Some find it pleasurable to squeeze a manual pump, while others prefer a mechanical one. Number three, we're not going to talk too much about this, but a lactation sex work. Not to be mistaken for wet nursing, which is surrogate feeding. Sex work refers to breastfeeding another adult for money or selling breast milk. Um, Anytime money is changing hands, please check the legalities of where you live. Make sure that you're following all laws uh, in your area or your region. Number four is induced lactation and hoocows. A hoocow is a submissive person who enjoys participating in forced lactation. A hookow's breasts are milked by a dominant partner, as a real cow is milked by a farmer. Milking techniques, they can vary. And the term hoocow is a combination of the words human and cow. Sometimes people like to dress up as cows as well or be dressed as cows. That may or may not accompany induced lactation. A dominant partner may use a variety of techniques to milk a hoocow. They may milk her by hand, by suckling her breasts with their mouth, or by using a breast pump or a pump machine. Some hoocows and their partners stick to one preferred technique, while others like to mix things up. Some people become hoocows following childbirth when They're lactating naturally, and others induce lactation using a variety of techniques, including using a breast pump, manual stimulation, suckling, and taking supplements, including things like fenugreek powder or other supplements. Cow is also a form of pet play because it takes them away from their regular lives with adult responsibilities. The breast stimulation that comes with lactating is also very sensual. When women lactate, their breasts increase in size, which is also a real perk. The cow exists to submit to her dominant farmer who milks her, often forcefully, kind of in a little bit of a CNC type relationship, consensual non consent. He may even send her out to stud with bulls, others who mount her at their leisure and pleasure. This is a well negotiated BDSM relationship. Now, let's consider some of the safety involved in lactation. We always want to be risk aware. We want to, of course, be consensual, even when it appears that non consent is involved. And we want it to be a kink. We want it to always be something that's fun for those who are involved. But before handling breast milk, wash your hands well with soap and water. If soap and water are not available, use an alcohol based hand sanitizer. If using a pump, inspect the pump kit and the tubing to make sure it is clean. Discard and replace moldy tubing immediately. If using a shared pump kit, clean pump dials, power switch, and countertop with disinfectant wipes. Freshly expressed or pumped milk can be stored at room temperature, 77 degrees Fahrenheit or colder, for up to 4 hours. It can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 4 days, or in the freezer for about 6 months is best. Up to 12 months is somewhat acceptable. Once breast milk is brought to room temperature or warmed after storing in the refrigerator or the freezer, it should be used within 2 hours. Carefully cleaning, sanitizing, and storing your pump equipment and other feeding items will help to protect your breast milk from contamination. Much like the stench of any spoiled milk, breast milk that's gone bad will also taste sour and it may clabber. Breast milk and its related fetishes can be a lot of fun, and as with all kink, just be sure that you're being risk aware. Uh, if you're interested in adding cow play into your dynamic, a goat milking machine would probably provide the type of sensation that you're looking for. We'll provide a link in the show description to that type of machine, just to show you where you can get one. The link will be for an affiliate to Amazon. I am Primal Piggy. This has been a really interesting discussion on lactation fetish in an ongoing series of fetish fluids. We've had Please check the archive for other different fetish fluids, things like scat, urine, spit, cum. We'll be covering a lot of different ones. I think blood is even in there. You've been listening to BDSM United. I'm Primal Piggy. You can find me on Facebook at The Primal Piggy. You can find me on Facebook at Whips, Chains, and Duct Tape, at WCDT BDSM. If you're listening on your favorite platform, be sure to leave us a review and subscribe for more podcasts. We do them almost every day or so. All right. Thank you for listening.